So if you'll indulge me for a few minutes, there's a number of folks I have to thank tonight because it's an incredible amount of work that put this on, and I'll do that in a few minutes. But before that, I want to reflect just a little bit on 75 years. You know, it is the 75th year of the Boettcher Foundation. Charles, thank you. Claude Boettcher was aware, he knew that his family had become wealthy in Colorado. He went to his father and says, we need to give back. We need to give back to the state of Colorado the wealth that we earned here in this state. And we have a couple of quotes from him that we always reflect on in the office. Claude said, "Luxury and wealth are all very well if you use them properly, all very bad if you don't." And when he started the foundation, he said, "My father and I have been successful in Colorado. We owe everything to this state. I am firmly of the belief that I can't take it with me, but it's a hard task to give it wisely." Well, Claude and Charles started this foundation. Claude and his son Charlie served on the original board. Charlie's wife May was our longest serving trustee, served 40 years on the board. And here we are 75 years after they started it. And I hope and I believe that they would feel good about the way that it's been given away, that it's been given away wisely by investing in very, very special people all across Colorado for over 75 years. So your work that you all have done, I think, has brought to fruition the dream that they had. So thank you for taking the time to be here. Thank you for being a part of this. Things have changed a lot over 75 years. 36 trustees have been involved in the Boettcher Foundation in 36 years, 4 executive directors. I became president and executive director on November 1 of 1995, nearly 18 years ago. And I will tell you, in the 18 years that I have been there, things are so different. When I came to the foundation, we didn't have a computer. We had the IBM Selectric typewriters, and we had letter number 1, letter number 2. One said yes, one said no. We just plugged it in and put it out. Connecting with you was done with a typed letter. It was just in 18 short years. Think of how rapidly things have changed. And things will change so much quicker into the future. It's going to be exciting and interesting to watch that happen. So much I want to thank our trustees. A number of them are here today. All of the trustees that have been a part of the foundation have been reflective on the history, been reflective on the intent of the donors, but all of them have always had an eye to the future and always looked forward to say, how do we take the wishes of the Boettchers and how do we adapt that to the times that we're in? And that's what's allowed us, I think, to move on the path that we have, that has kept us relevant and kept us really engaged in what we do in the philanthropic work that we want to do to honor the Boettcher family. A number of the trustees are here tonight. Paul Chan is here, a 1977 scholar from Wheat Ridge High School. I don't know where everybody is. I'll just announce him, but Paul's right back here. I've seen Paul several times. Sharon Linhart is here with her husband Jerry, and Sharon's here. There we are over here. Talk to Sharon. Russ George is right down here. Russ is from Rifle, Colorado, and came to here. Was the Speaker of the House. Has run several departments: the Highway Department, the Department of Natural Resources, and he's now the president of Rangeley Community College. So, Russ, thank you. Ann Penny and her husband Roger Ogden are here. Ann is right over here. Ann's been on the board for 13 years, I think, as the vice chairman of the board, and is just a terrific participant. Pam Beardsley is right back here. Pam's will celebrate her 15th anniversary on the board this year. And Ted Schlegel is over here. Dr. Ted Schlegel, his wife Kathy. Ted is the incoming chairman of our board, so he will be taking over in January as the new chairman. And we're extremely excited. We have 2 brand new trustees here. Kenzo Kawanabe, who was a 1990 Boettcher Boettcher Scholar from Alamosa, and Kenzo is right over here. And Christine Marquez Hudson is right over here, is a new trustee at the foundation. So trustees, thank you. Thank you for keeping the vision whole, but yet giving the staff and giving the community the freedom for the foundation to evolve and to reflect what's happening in the state of Colorado. Our staff, never can I say enough thank yous to them. They have an incredible commitment to the Boettcher way, and I will tell you there is a Boettcher way, and that is to always be respectful of the folks that we deal with, regardless of who it comes through our door. We treat them, or hope we do, we plan to treat them with respect, to work hard on their behalf, and when we can help them with a grant, we help them with a grant, and when we can't do a grant, we try to help them by sending them on to somebody else to see, to talk to do the projects that they work so hard on. We are blessed to have the jobs we have. We get paid to do what we do. The people in the nonprofit community all across Colorado are the folks who are in the front lines of doing the things that are so important, and our staff respects that. They work unbelievably hard. They work with a smile and a commitment to perfection that is nothing. I've just never seen anything like it. Have an incredible staff. So I want to recognize them. This is my one chance in 75 years to sort of give a shout out to everybody. So I don't know if Tiffany is here. Tiffany Anderson has been helping us for the past year and a half to do all this. And Katie Craig, who you saw earlier, Katie in the yellow dress and the hat, Kara Penn. Kara's right over here, a Boettcher Scholar who's been working with us. Colleen Zubik, who helped us organize this event. And Claire Traylor. I don't know, Claire is in charge of everything here. So that meant moving chairs in when it rained, moving chairs out. When it didn't rain, making sure the food was in the right place. Claire has helped us organize these events for a number of years. Stephanie Panion, who works in the scholarship area. Stephanie's around. All the scholars know Stephanie. Linnea Lewison, who just keeps everything running at the office. And Christina Garan, our wonderful assistant who's works at the office. All you folks, thank you so much. It's been a big day for us, and it's been terrific. Other members of our staff who've helped out all week: Joanne Flores-Moses, Julie LaRutis, the director of our grants, Audra Policadetti, our executive assistant, Leslie Baldwin, who works in the grant area. And we have an amazing group of scholar interns this summer: Maddie Doring, Marissa LaRouche, Matt Iritani, and Cameron Hickert. So let's have a round of applause for them. And then the final person, and I always save her for last, Katie Kramer, stand up, is the Vice President and Assistant Executive Director, Boettcher Scholar, 16 years, my partner in everything Boettcher. And so many of these things, Katie came as fresh out of college to work for us for a year in a sort of internship program we had. And our scholarship secretary left. And so that's the first time we had a scholarship program. And I had an idea that I would hire someone with 10 years of experience, or a college admissions director or someone like that, to come in and take this from a check to a program. And so I was talking to some folks, and this young whippersnapper, Katie Kramer, comes in and said, I have a plan for how we could do this, and had it all laid out as only a Boettcher Scholar can. And I knew that was the right person. So Katie became then the first director of the scholarship program and ran that, and really created what you have here today, which Katie Craig now owns that and runs it and is expanding it. But Katie started that, then she ran our grants program, and now she directs the office and does all the internal stuff for me, and is just my partner in this whole thing. So Katie, thank you. We also had a summit. This whole weekend is our summit. We had a summit planning committee, a group of committed scholars and alumni who represented all the different generations of the scholarships. They provided many of the insight, the ideas, the critical action on all the activities that are going to happen. So again, knowing that this is just the start. Tomorrow we have an incredible lineup of scholars who are giving presentations, and we'll be sharing with all the scholars that are in town. So we're excited for that. We also want to thank our volunteers who've been manning registration, helping to facilitate the presentations, as well as those who signed up to do it tomorrow and on Sunday, when we've got a number of activities for families, work projects and other fun things at the zoo, at the Bronco Stadium, just a lot of fun stuff all over Denver. Thank you for that. And lastly, I have to thank you all for coming. The current and alumni scholars from around the state, the nation, and the world. And particularly want to give a shout out to those 2013 scholars, those brand new ones. They're teachers, counselors, principals, and superintendents. You know, you're our next generation. You are at the tipping point of where this whole new thing is going to go to. And we're so pleased. I look around at this incredible crowd that you're all here with us tonight. We also have some of our Boettcher teacher residents. For those of you that may not know, we have for 10 years run a residency-based teacher training program. We have 136 teachers that we've trained. And the exciting thing, we wanted to break the cycle of teachers who were transferring very quickly out of the most high-need schools in Colorado. 10 years into that program, we have 90% of our teachers still teaching in the high-need schools they started in. We're incredibly proud of that. So to the teachers that are here, thank you. And just a few years ago, we were fortunate the Webb Waring Foundation came to us, and they gave us their endowment. They went out of business, and they became the Webb Waring Center at CU. And we took their endowment, we matched it, and we created the Webb Waring Biomedical Research Program at the Boettcher Foundation. We now invest in early career scientists. We have 21 of those. They're postdoctorates, so they're absolute scientists doing cutting-edge research, and we're supporting them as they grow into their first NIH, their National Institute of Health funding. And some of them are here tonight. So they are the third leg. We have 4 legs on our stool. One is that capital grants that we've done for a long time, the buildings we do. But the other incredible place that we put money is into the minds of really bright people all across Colorado. Scholars being the foremost part of that, our teachers and our investigators. 75 years, it's amazing to think back on. $322 million in grants in Colorado that the foundation has given away. Thank you. We've invested $75 million in scholarships collectively on all the scholars, and $40 million to colleges to help build the buildings that you've gone to. And just as I think our founders must have wondered, you know, what are we starting here? Where is this going to go? I wonder about what's going to happen in the next 75 years. There's one thing I'm sure of. The world is changing rapidly, much faster than any of us realize. It's going to be a completely different place in 20 or 30 years today than it is now. And our opportunity, I really believe, lies in our investments in people and being able to work with the scholars that we have, work with the new scholars, take those merit investments that we're making in our teachers, our investigators, and charge them, empower them, and activate them to make an incredible difference in a changing world. And that's where we're going to move to. And we're just on the verge of that. We're very excited.